This is Hagi Museum, built in traditional Edo period style. And had they preserved an Edo period building, it wouldn't have looked as good as this, I don't think. They're very good at making antique effect buildings, so that any time they want they could effectively go back to the Edo period by building in Edo style architecture. And beyond the courtyard there is the museum, which at the moment has the Dangerous Animals exhibition, which I stopped videoing because partway through there was a non-videoing area. But in the courtyard there is a antique Japanese fire engine, a Japanese style garden, and over there a cafe. But in here there is a 20th century artifacts museum with various wickerwork baskets that were used in agriculture and for transporting rice, I presume. Wooden buckets, panniers for allowing people to carry things on their shoulder, an early refrigerator which worked on the principle of water evaporation, I think it says. It says it uses only water, so I don't think it got very cold. Some old gardening equipment, a indoor stove, another type of stove, various hot water bottles from, I don't know, 50 years ago maybe, an early electric fan there, an early heated coffee table, and in here there's some things that I am familiar with. Here's sort of early soft drinks, posters from the 50s, I guess, approximately. That gentleman there is rather plump, but he was a famous actor once. Maybe he still is. Early toasters. I'm sure our toaster looked like that when I was a child. Early rice cookers. Smells from a long time ago, but I still use this kind of cow beauty soap because it's pure soap. Johnson's baby powder and anti-mosquito spirals, which we still use as well sometimes in the garden. And this kind of fan, I've used a fan like that. That they see that as being old enough. And this kind of record player. My earliest record player wasn't so dissimilar. I'm nearly 50, I suppose, so I belong in this museum. All very nostalgic. Well, Yasuko apparently used a bento box like this one here, made out of aluminium. Early bento boxes were made out of aluminium. And these fans, again, I've seen fans like that in action. An early iron. Yes, our telephone used to look like that when I was a child. We don't see them around anymore, do you? They've become museum artifacts. Gosh, I should just live here in the museum. An early colour television. An early VHF colour television. Yep, I can remember twin reel tape recorders. An early washing machine with a what's it called? What do you call it? For wringing things out, a wrangler, a wringler. I forgot what they're called now. Been in Japan too long, but it's got a thing for wringing things out at the end because it doesn't have a spin. And more early televisions. Newspaper articles from the 50s showing that sumo was once a lot more popular than it is now. It really rarely gets onto the front page. But this from when? Sure, no, it was 1962. In 1962, sumo was front page news on a sports newspaper in Japan. Yep, and I can remember valve radios like that one there, and television sets with both UHF buttons and a VHF dial. And so there is a museum of 20th century artifacts in the Hagi Museum grounds, and it's free, unlike the museum proper.